Hello everyone. This time I'm going to sell uh, components to build an axis. Um, the first main component is a two very precise Thk linear rail guide with recirculating bush and recirculating block. Is a metric 400 millimeters and length, and it's a RSR 12WVM Thk. Both are exact the same. You notice at the end I put tape to don't let this guy getting out, because if this guy getting out, it's gonna be a bunch of tiny steel balls all over. It's very hard to put it in back in. Okay, they have actually the dust cover and everything. There's a nice pieces. In a standard will be about 16 inches exact, or 400 millimeters. Both. The width is about a little bit less than an inch, and metric is, you know, well, it's just a little bit less than an inch. Okay, there is two, one on each side. Each one have a one block. From here you're able to build a table on top of them. They have four fine threading holes, fine thread, 4 holes with thread per each. It's very solid when you tie your table. Because this is one, I'm gonna give you a trick for this. This is a piece of round Teflon. The Teflon is one of the highest, highest quality products for translation. The thing is, the way to this would work in the system is that when you put your table, when you put your table on top of this, maybe 6 inches could be fine for just one block. But if you want wider, and then you can use a little pieces of Teflon and put one in each end, little bit in, drill a hole on top of the aluminum, drill a hole in the Teflon, make a thread in the Teflon, and put the screws in two. So if you do this way, 2 in here and 2 in the other end. The reason or the purpose of that is the Teflon rest in the very smooth linear rail guide. Then, because the Teflon is going to pass through those to the mounting screws pockets, you have to make a wider hole, half, little bit, just tiny, or if you have able to machine, you need to make a cut right to the center for two reasons. The first, to avoid the Teflon pass through the pockets, and then to create a very solid rest with a slot in the center of the just tiny bit. It has to be maybe 1/16. You don't need more, just to avoid to pass the Teflon through the pockets and create some problems. So the pocket is gonna rest, the Teflon is gonna rest in about 3/8 of an inch in the sides. The Teflon is the lowest friction product, is heat resistant, and is very friendly to work. So what you do is put your table, make the holes and the pockets on top of your table, tighten really good, And if you use like 3 inches, you don't need the Teflon. But if you use like 6 inches, maybe you don't need as well. But if you put a little pieces under here of Teflon, just tiny rest, just gentle rest in the real guide, you're able to give more strength on the table. You know, you have to try without, and then you could try with. What I'm gonna do this time, I want to include 4 pieces of the Teflon, and the rest is up to the DIY for you. So okay, it's an idea. However, if you use, remember, if you don't use more than a 2 inches in each side, you don't need to use the Teflon. However, I want to try to put some more labor in this to give you the 4 pieces just in case you want them. Okay, the next thing, let me tell you. Okay, let's move this one away and let me tell you real quick. I will include those 4 aluminum extrusion or profile to build your table. You have to make a holes, and from here, this is ready. The hole ready to make a 1/4 inch, perhaps 20 thread per inch thread into this hole, and then you have to machine and here the hole for the screw to want to tie it all together. You have 2 options. You can, if you do this way, you make wider. The wider you can do is about the inside. I want to measure the inside is about 9 1/4 inch inside by 16 inches inside. The overall is 12 inches plus by 19 inches. Now, if you want to make it a little more strength or better, you can actually make those, I mean, more wider. You can actually put it inside, and then you need to do the holes and screw in the opposite way and the large profile. So that way you're gonna have almost 12 inches width by 13 inches and 13 inches plus in length. This could be great for an axis. In the center, you can throw your lead screw, and you have the room. So when you put your table putting down here, you know, the lead screw mounting here, wherever. Okay. Another thing, I make this myself from aluminum, 1/8 aluminum, and I make a hole exactly at the same distance of the pockets of the linear guide. So notice they go inside, and you need to tighten them. This is aluminum. It's not too hard like a steel, but because it's a lot of each is many 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 screws, you have to insert into the T-slot in your profile, and then remove the screws, of course, and tighten it down. I just made one. I can make the other one because if I put more labor in this project, I have to sell it for more. You can find this 3/4 inch by 8 aluminum in any hardware store for a couple bucks or 3, and then you just transfer the holes into and make a thread. I will include the 10 screws for the one that I made, and I want to include the other 10 screws for the other one, because sometimes it's hard to find the exact size to insert, to accept in the pocket, and to don't, you know, not too long to rest in at the bottom of the T slot. Okay, I will include it this one and then you have to make the other one. I have, if you need something else beside that, you want to build your X and the other two axes, let me know and I can able to provide the material for in the future. Okay, so once again, is the two THK, the 4 pieces of aluminum extrusion, exactly cut. They are exactly cut at the same length. You don't have to worry about that. All 4 pieces are exact to the same. The 2 sets of each is exact to the same length, so you don't have any problem about, it's not a square. It's gonna be fully a square. Okay. In the outside, you're able to put a plate for your stepped motor or servo motor, whatever. You need to make a plate for 1/4 inch aluminum, and then to hold and put your stepped motor. If you want, you wanna sacrifice trouble, but you can put the coupler inside, and then you don't have to work too much in the outside area of the other. But you sacrifice probably between 1.5 inches and 2. And one more thing important: if you use like 3 or 4 inches, could be a steel, but basically it's better is a aluminum. You can use 3/8, but if you need a wider, you need to go to 1/2 inch or different material you like to have very flat surface and be, when your machines, be very, very good resolution in your cuts. Okay, everything you see right here, which is 4 pieces for the frame, the 2 THK linear rail guides with the blocks, 1 I will call maybe not support for, not support for your linear guide, that you need to be 3/8. It's very important that the size, because if you don't buy the right one, you're not gonna able to put it inside to the, and then you have a little bit of room, so when you finish, you're able to do the proper adjustment for the accuracy and precise. Okay, and you have to, well, I definitely, you need to, the person to buy this thing, he need to tell me if need the pieces of Teflon. If I don't hear from the buyer, I'm not gonna include it, because perhaps it's not, you guys or the buyer don't want to work with that, to use the Teflon. The reason you need to ask me is to to cut them for you. So everything you'll see is gonna be just $59.99. I want to start to tell everyone to compare prices everywhere. If you find something cheaper than this, email me, send me the lot number or whatever you found that cheaper than they selling, and we discuss about that. $59.99 and $14 for shipping. USPS priority mail is medium flat rate box. I want to use the large box with 3 inches thick and about 17 inches in length, which is all those parts fit in there, because the main profile is 16 inches. The other ones are close to 12 inches, a little bit less than 12 inches. So this is a DIY project. I wish to make everything all together and include, drill the holes and everything, but if I do that, I unfortunately I'm not gonna able to sell it for what I'm selling right now. So I've been doing pretty good selling let's say kits, not that might be kits, but components for an axis. So the 2 linear guides, real guides, and this is a lot of, you can put a lot of weight on top of this, because I built a machine that I actually machine parts for about 40 pounds of weight, and the small stepped motor moves the thing very smooth and gentle with no problem. Okay, $59.99, $14 for shipping. Please, if you have more questions, email me. And once again, if you see something cheaper than this in eBay or anywhere else, let me know and we discuss about that. Thank you so much for watching. I will take some pictures and will be for sale pretty soon. Bye.